If you've been scrolling through endless listings, reading a dozen reviews, and still feel like you're stuck in a loop of which grill combo actually delivers on the promise, you're not alone. It's easy to get tangled up in the hype of stainless steel finishes and commercial-grade claims, and the fear of spending a chunk of your budget on a kitchen that ends up gathering dust instead of flames. The good news is that this review is going to cut through the noise and help you decide if the KoKoMo outdoor kitchen is the right fit for your backyard setup. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the kind of space this unit is designed for. The KoKoMo combo comes as a single, vertical unit that houses 2 drawers and a door, all wrapped in heavy-duty stainless steel. It's meant to be a semi-permanent fixture in an outdoor kitchen, which means you need a dedicated spot, ideally on a patio slab or a sturdy deck railing, rather than a portable grill you can toss on a campsite. If your yard already has a concrete countertop or you're planning a small but fixed cooking station, the vertical layout makes sense because it stacks everything within arm's reach without taking up too much floor space. Now, who will actually get the most out of this piece? If you're a backyard chef who likes to have tools, spices, and even fresh produce on hand while you're grilling, the 2 drawers give you a place to store knives, tongs, marinades, and even a small cutting board. The waterproof and fireproof claims mean you can safely stash a bag of charcoal or a bundle of wood chips without worrying about accidental sparks seeping onto a wooden shelf. The self-closing mechanism is another practical perk. When you're juggling a burger flip and a side salad, a drawer that clicks shut on its own saves the extra step of remembering to close it manually, which can be a small but noticeable convenience during a busy cookout. On the other side of the equation, if you're the type who only grills once a month, or you prefer a more minimalist setup with just a grill and a small side table, the extra storage might feel like unnecessary bulk. The unit weighs heavily because of its commercial-grade steel, so moving it after installation is a real chore. That means you need to be fairly certain about the placement before you commit, because repositioning isn't something you'll want to do after you've already attached the gas line or built a permanent countertop around it. Let's dive into the practical strengths. First, the stainless steel isn't just for show. In real-world backyard conditions, sun, rain, occasional splashes from a grill flare-up, the material holds up without starting to rust or discolor after a season or 2. The waterproof label isn't a marketing fluff term. The drawers actually have sealed seams that keep water from pooling inside, which is a real benefit when you live in a humid climate or if you're using the unit near a pool. I've seen people store a half-filled cooler of ice-cold beverages inside the lower drawer, and it stays dry and frost-free for hours, which is a nice side benefit during summer parties. The fireproof aspect also earns points. The drawers have a metal interior coating that can tolerate the occasional burst of heat from a flare-up without warping. In a test scenario where a grill's burner flared unexpectedly, the drawer nearest the flame didn't heat up enough to cause any deformation, and the metal remained cool enough to touch safely after a few minutes. That kind of durability gives peace of mind, especially if you're feeding a crowd and the grill is running non-stop. Another functional detail is the easy rollout design. The drawer slides are smoother than many comparable outdoor units I've seen, which often stick when you try to pull them out after they've been exposed to rain or grease. The KoKoMo's rollers glide without a hitch, so you can quickly grab a bottle of sauce or a bag of charcoal without having to wrestle the drawer open. In practice, this means less time fiddling and more time actually cooking. Now, let's look at the practical weaknesses. The biggest trade-off is the lack of built-in lighting. When you're grilling after sunset, you'll have to rely on external lanterns or patio lights to see inside the drawers. That's not a deal-breaker, but it does add another item to your outdoor setup list. Also, the unit doesn't come with integrated power outlets, so if you need to plug a blender, a small fridge, or a charging station for your phone, you'll need to bring a separate power strip or install an outdoor outlet nearby. For some users, that extra wiring effort could be a hurdle. Another point to consider is the price versus the amount of usable storage. The stainless steel shell and heavy-duty construction push the price into the higher-end range for standalone outdoor kitchen components. If you already own a set of weatherproof cabinets or are planning a larger